What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about hologram. This video was very highly requested, so a lot of people just want to know what's up with hologram. So I want to go over some of the data points, latest rumors that is popping up, and what might be coming out next week from the NASDAQ. So I want to go over everything that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So hologram did go down 5.1% on Friday, creating a new low of 38 cents. So it is piggybacking off of just the broader market selling off, the massive amount of fear, and it's a very unfortunate circumstance for hologram, and I'm going to talk on that in a second. But right now the fear and greed index is at 27, so under the fear category, and hologram, as I've kind of stated, is more of a hybrid stock. So it does have a squeeze component. It is a AI stock, and plus it is a momentum stock. Typically, during times of fear, momentum stocks underperform, right? Because you need that rush of capital coming in. So technically, if it kind of stays in this area, then hologram as well will continue just to underperform just based on the status quo, not even putting out any news or anything like that. So hopefully, with rate cuts scheduled for at least September the 18th in the States, that should really help the broader market kind of recover and push it back into the greed category. But as of right now, hologram is kind of just stuck between a rock and a hard place. And it is unfortunate that they're not trading at a higher price point, because then it wouldn't really matter, right? They can just go down with the broader market, and eventually once they put out news, then it'll go up. But given where they are at, sitting at 40 cents, as I've kind of mentioned as well in many videos, any stock trading below $1 for 30 consecutive trading days, this is where they get a NASDAQ delisting notice. So Friday was day number 28. So in theory, this coming Tuesday is going to be day 30. So most likely Thursday, they will be getting a notice from the NASDAQ. So hologram will have to break silence. I know it's been a while since they've put out any press releases. SEC filings they last did was July the 10th, but again, they will have to break silence just to say that they did receive that notice. NASDAQ will give them 6 months to rectify the deficiency, so it's not all that bad. But if the company doesn't put out any news, then this is where you'll have to rely on a reverse stock split. And just knowing that, as you can kind of see right here, they last did one February 2nd, 2024 at 1 for 10. And knowing that, though, that they'll have to resort to that, shorts will no doubtably increase. So it's kind of a unfortunate scenario. So as of right now, shorts did return a little bit on Friday. So 135,000 shares. 7.23% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 5.79 million shares overall are being shorted. Utilization 32.86, and then cost to borrow average is 19.2. Keep in mind the Ortex information is just known shorts, not counting naked or synthetic. And one good way to kind of tell that is looking at FTDs. And so this is when it did have that crazy spike up right here. Can't even tell it spiked up because of all the FTDs, but it's still lingering. So there is still signs of naked shorting and whatever else. And it's hard to prove. The only way to really know that there's naked shorting happening is by looking at FTDs. So yes, this is still a squeeze stock in my head, in my opinion at least. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be really nice for the company to put out some news, because they're roughly sitting on probably around 70 plus million, and they could be doing something good. They could be doing some acquisitions. They could be, I don't know, it's unlimited. Like any company with 70 million, they can do a lot of good things, but it comes down to trust on when the company, like what they plan on doing. So a couple of things I just wanted to go over. I did see that some people were estimating about their earnings. As you do kind of point out, it looks like the 9th, that's when it's estimated. Of course, the company hasn't come out and disclosed it. I saw some people on Reddit posting that it is scheduled for, I think, Monday. So it could be any time. So I think that will be a very good insight to see exactly what they have been up to, what they plan on doing, and what they have for cash at the time, which most likely will not encumber their second issuance of that 25 million for the notes, short-term notes. And one rumor that is popping around is BYD. And so Regrettably, BYD, you can't really take a look at a lot of their financials. So 2019 is kind of the last information we have for SEC filings. OTC doesn't have any financials because, again, you could pop over there just to see a lot of their partnerships, to see if there's any reference to hologram in one way or another. But right now, it's just at the mercy of speculation. And this is where, again, going back over here, speculation, like if we were under the greed category or extreme greed, speculation can really skyrocket a stock. But during where we are at right now, even though maybe there is some validity to BYD and hologram, but right now the market's going to really just push that under the rug because there's a massive amount of fear, and especially as well, capital is not really getting into hologram, and if anything, they're actually selling out. So one thing that I just wanted to bring up, so these are all the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000 over the last 90 days. Last one was done on July the 2nd, and that was a sell for $204,000. Prior to that was 2 in June. So institutions have still been overlooking holograms. The majority of the volume is linked to shorting on a daily basis, as well as algorithmic trading. So just hologram is getting overlooked by absolutely everyone, and that is the only fault is the company. And some people kind of have disagreed with me on that point in the past in the comments, saying that the company has no obligation to put out news. They are right. They are completely 100% accurate that no company has any obligation to put out news, but it is in their best interest to do so, because right now I am, you are, everyone is speculating on what hologram is going to be doing with that 70 plus million. Are they going to just funnel it to one of their subsidiaries? Are they going to be putting it for partnerships and acquisition? What are they doing? So yeah, to avoid a lot of that speculation, it would be good if they kind of came out with some news, because from February 7th to the present, that is way too long of a gap for a momentum play to kind of put news out. So it's just a bad scenario, like I said. Despite that though, this video has been very highly requested, so a lot of people are still very big fans of hologram, and rightfully so. If you kind of look at the chart, if you're one of those people that likes squeezes, this stock has shown that it can go up very fast, multiple different times over the last 5 years. One is right here. So this one was very much correlated with FTDs. So this one was a true squeeze play. The other ones, I haven't really looked too deep into them. Again, I think I brought up in the past, one person commented saying that it's correlated with a Chinese holiday. That's why these went up. But beside the point, hologram has really proven that it can go up. So I think this is why it still should be on a lot of people's radars. For a momentum play, you kind of have to take all of this with a grain of salt, as for support and resistance points, but given the circumstances of where it is at, so it did recover slightly. So with it at 40 cents, 39.5 is going to be that next strong support. So kind of bounce off of that general area on Friday. 24 cents is going to be the following support level. So definitely watch for this S2 to be touched on the, I guess, receipt of the NASDAQ delisting notice. That's how I see it, at least. So I think that there will be a corresponding sell-off, as retail, which is primarily who owns a float for hologram, is going to panic. Once they see that notice, they don't want to go through a second reverse stock split, so they are going to say peace out. That's just how I predict things, but I could be wrong. Maybe people might buy it. Goes up to $1. I have no idea. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Give yourself a shout out. Have you been buying hologram? Have you been selling? What have you been doing with hologram? And do you think that there is any validity to BYD and hologram? And if so, what capacity? Is it just going to be for kind of this, or do you think it is going to be a little bit deeper? What's your thoughts? One final thing, take advantage of this promo. It has been extended up until the end of August. So sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Link to that in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.